WWE rivals, the Hardys, the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and them damn Dudley Boys. Let's go ahead and break it down. Happy Tuesday to everybody. So, it has literally been broken. March 24th, this upcoming Sunday, we will get WWE Rivals, the episode that everybody cannot wait to see. Edge and Christian versus the Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys. And I am super pumped. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. If you have never watched an old school TLC match from in the late 90s with Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, and the Hardy Boys, you are way, way far back. So anyway, to elevate this, what we have now, we will literally never see again. And the reason I say this, think about this. Every TLC match that you watched in the present will never be better than what it was back in the late 90s into the 2000s. Because everybody knows that Jeff Hardy always did the most amazing stunts of them all. The Dudley Boys always put everybody through a table, including Mae Young. God rest her soul, love Mae Young. The Dudley Boys did not care about putting people through tables, and Edge and Christian did not care about swinging a steel chair and knocking somebody's brains out. So, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax. Let's talk about the fun and the good times of TLC with the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudley Boys. So, we break it down like this. The Hardy Boys were literally the aviators, the inventors of all of this. A normal ladder match would be, you guys remember a normal ladder match. You remember Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon back in the day. Ladder match. The Rock versus Triple H in a ladder match. So many things have happened in ladder matches, but nothing will ever compare to the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudley Boys, because those guys put TLC on the map. They really showed you the levels of everything, and Devon Dudley even admitted it. He was scared and afraid of heights, so Devon Dudley had to overcome his heights in a TLC match, which was so crazy. But it was for tag team titles, and everybody go out and say this. In our generation, in this case, the Usos are probably one of the greatest tag teams of all time. In the modern era of this generation, yes, it is true. If we go back into the late 90s and going into the 2000s, we had Edge and Christian, we had the Dudley Boys, and we had the Hardy Boys, who were literally by far the three greatest tag teams of all time, and they elevated tag team wrestling. Even you had your Axe and Smash, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty as the Rockers and all that for real. But nothing will ever be compared to what the late 90s into the late 90s to the early 2000s compared. Without Edge and Christian and the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys, TLC matches would really kind of never exist. You would probably just get a normal ladder match with probably just a few weapons and anything. What's going on? Hey, everybody knows that when you watch a ladder match, yeah, it may be cool, it may be that. Who elevated ladder matches? The Hardys. You look through a table. The Dudley Boys put people through tables and everything. And they literally, it didn't really matter if they had a vendetta against you or not. They still put you through a table. But the fun part about it is, look at how much tag team wrestling has elevated, guys. And the crazy part about it is, it's going to be Roman or Undertaker. Oh, Undertaker. All the way, Undertaker. No offense to Roman. Roman should have never beat Undertaker at WrestleMania. But that happened, so we still got to live on with that. But always, Big Evil Incorporated, Dead Man, Undertaker, all day, every day. But the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian and the Dudley Boys are literally the elevation of tag team wrestling. They literally took tag team wrestling all the way to the limits. And the crazy part about it is, everybody says that, well, maybe that style of tag team wrestling probably wasn't able to be invented around that time. I'm going to be honest, when you think about it, we would have never had so many extreme highlights in WWE if it wasn't for the Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian, of the Hardy Boys. We really wouldn't have Jeff Hardy climbing a 20-foot ladder just to do a swanton bomb off of it. We wouldn't really have the stuff that the Dudley Boys did by putting WWE Divas to a table, or Bubba Ray Dudley putting Mae Young through a whole table or whatever. And without Edge and Christians, we really kind of wouldn't see the steel chairs get elevated the way they did. Concerto. Just saying. Look it up. You ain't never been hit with it before? Trust me, you do not want to get hit with it. Edge and Christian elevated steel chairs to the max. What about the Mysterios? The Mysterios, you're right about that. I'm just about to get on to that. Rey Mysterio is no stranger to tag team wrestling at all either. You know, his father, his uncle, all come from that luchador style of wrestling as well. But when we talk about tag team wrestling, Rey Mysterio is kind of a tag team specialist. He's a cruiserweight specialist too as well. Just throwing it out there. Dominic Mysterio is not really a tag team type of guy. Like I said, it was really cool seeing Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio win the tag team titles as the first ever father and son duo, which is cool. But we all know deep down that Dominic Mysterio is not really a tag team specialist. He really isn't. He has to kind of get better to become a tag team specialist. And Ray's old. Yeah, and Ray is getting older. Ray is getting older. He is. As time go by, Rey Mysterio is getting older. So there's a lot of stuff that he did before in the WCW era, which we all know WCW Ray is untouchable. It will never even compare to what WWE Ray can do. But WCW Rey Mysterio was something different. ECW Rey Mysterio, something different. But just to answer your question, yeah, Ray's getting older. He is. But in this case, when we sent, what are we getting lectured today? We are getting lectured on the art of TLC. WWE Rivals is putting out a whole rivalry between the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudley Boys to talk about TLC wrestling, talk about TLC tables, ladders, and chairs, which you see in the present now. And hello, what's going on? Everybody knows, just throwing it out there, TLC has changed from what it used to be back then. Back then, it was real. Now, it's kind of boring. It is. I mean, we can kind of say it. Our version, the modern era of TLC is very boring. Late 90s going into early 2000s, we know that, okay, yeah, this style of TLC, this style of table, ladders, and chairs, this was real. Good morning. Good morning to you too as well. And in this case, you know, when you think about it, guys, Rey Mysterio and all of those guys, all the high flyers like Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, Super Crazy, you know, all these people that are high flyers, they could jump off of a ladder. They could have did what Jeff Hardy did. Could they? Probably could, probably can't. Jeff Hardy can climb a whole 20-foot ladder. Rey Mysterio can kind of hop and leap and do other stuff because he's kind of a small guy. He's a cruiserweight. But in this case, what is name? What is my name? My name is Willie Washington. Yes, Willie Washington. That is my name, WW. And if you put WW right there, and if you would add an E, you would have had kind of short for WWE too as well. So yeah, Willie Washington, bold letters, just like that. Crazy, ain't it? But as crazy as it is, we would really never have so much stuff than what we have now. Because in the present, we know that our version of TLC, tables, ladders, and chairs, it's boring. It is. I will kind of really go out and say it. It's kind of boring. But it only depends who you put in this. Now, this six-pack ladder match that we supposed to have at WrestleMania 40, I thought we're going to say, I thought you were going to, no. Got you, though. But no, my name is not Willy Wonka. No, it is not. My name is not Willy Wonka. A lot of people thought, I heard that as a long time as a kid. My name is not Willy Wonka. It is Willie Washington. Yeah. So, got you though. Yeah. Is that your real hair? Yes, it is. This is my real hair. Yes, I have went through a lot of hair, a lot of hairstyles. So yeah, I have dreads. I grew dreads. Yeah. Crazy part about it is, yeah, it's more to that story anyway. But in this case, like I said, TLC, like I said, our modern version of TLC, tables, ladders, and chairs, yeah, it's very different to what it was back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Who remembers, like I said, the Dudley Boys, Israel, or Packer? Wow, I really don't know how to answer that question right there. I really don't. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but I don't know how to answer that question. So many people have been throwing that at me all last week, and I really just don't know how to basically hit you with that or whatever. But in this case, guys, like I said, TLC and like I said, with the Hardys, Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, it's so much cool stuff that they did. They really did. And everybody looks at WWE so different now. I mean, look at the Attitude Era. Everybody loves the Attitude Era. Look at our day and age. Everybody is trying to say that they're trying to bring back the Attitude Era into the PG era. We live in an era where there's mostly PG. I'm gonna be honest with you. WWE, well, except for what Cody said last night on Monday Night Raw, that was not PG. Just saying. But Attitude Era, everybody knows the Attitude Era rules. Forever will live in the Attitude Era. This PG era, no, not feeling it. It will never be an Attitude Era. There will never be another Stone Cold Steve Austin or The Rock or Undertaker. Well, God rest his soul. He actually was supposed to be another Undertaker, but he's gone. God bless Wyndham. You guys make sure you watch that new documentary that they're putting out for Bray Wyatt. They put out a whole trailer. I was going to talk about that tonight too as well, but I wanted to talk about TLC. I'll probably get onto that subject tomorrow. But make sure you guys watch that Bray Wyatt documentary on Peacock on April 1st. That is going to be a very special moment. God bless him. Love Wyndham. Love Bray Wyatt. Long live Bray. Long live Bray all the way. But in this case, the Attitude Era, there will never really be a brand new Attitude Era. And I see how The Rock is trying to bring back some of that Attitude Era on Friday Night SmackDown and other stuff like that. But it's not really, it doesn't catch on. It really doesn't. So when you look at it, it's like, yeah, you see some of it. You see they're trying to do that. But The Rock trying to curse and do all that for real, whatever, that's not really showing that this is the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era wasn't really kind of rushed or pushed. Everybody just did what they wanted to do. They pushed the envelope. And that's why, when you look at some of these matches that we had, like TLC, hardcore matches, Inferno match, Undertaker versus Kane. Hell, I'm wearing him right now. Undertaker versus Kane in an Inferno match. It's literally by far one of the most craziest matches of all time. Look it up. I mean, when Kane and MVP faced each other, you guys remember when Kane and MVP faced each other in an Inferno match? Look how bad that went. And then MVP got actually burned in real life. And then look how they reversed it and put Bray Wyatt and Kane in a whole Inferno match. The fires were fake. The gasoline, the fire, fake gasoline. Everything was crazy. But if you go back and watch Undertaker versus Kane in a whole Inferno match, everybody, where is Wyatt family? Where's Wyatt family? I'm going to be, the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt, I'm going to be honest with you, long live him. Bray Wyatt is no longer here anymore. He's not. Luke Harper is no longer here anymore. God rest both of them, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Those were two remaining members of the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt was the leader of the Wyatt family. Eric Rowan and Braun Strowman Braun Strowman is still with WWE, but he is doing other stuff. Eric Rowan is not with WWE anymore. He is just outside of WWE, but is always willing to talk and do other stuff. But you will kind of see most of him in that documentary on April 1st in the Bray Wyatt documentary. Like I said, I really do recommend everybody please watch that, because that is going to really tell so much of the story of how Bray Wyatt came to play. Like the creative genius that this man really was. I mean, you would not even imagine what this guy could do. But in this case, if you look at some of the matches that we have now in the modern era, and other stuff, like Roman Reigns. Like this version of Roman Reigns, this right here, this is something that we could probably see in the Attitude Era. This Roman Reigns right here, we can see it in the Attitude Era. I mean, you know, probably not taking all the time off or the light schedule or nothing like that. But this Roman Reigns right here that we have in this modern era, we can kind of see it in the Attitude Era. Randy Orton, RKO, and women, Attitude Era. You can see that. You can see some of that. But the crazy part about it is, if you look way more closer than it is, the Attitude Era kind of really grew and grew. The modern era, what we're in right now, where you have Roman Reigns, you know, you have Will Ospreay, a CM Punk. Where is EC1 and EC2? Huh? I don't. Okay then. Can you explain that real quick? Just saying EC1, EC2. But anyway, it's like when you look at how crazy things are, the Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Dudley Boys, they literally took tag team wrestling EC3. EC3 is in NWA. EC3, fun fact, EC3, who is, everybody remember EC3, he was in TNA. EC3 is in NWA, in the National Wrestling Alliance. That is the promotion. He was actually down here in Alabama. He wrestled a whole show in Dothan, Alabama. I didn't get a chance to go. I did not go to that, but I saw it on TV. But he's in NWA, Ren. If you wanted to know where he was, he's in NWA. You can still look him up too as well. He still wrestles. But if you look at how things have changed in the Attitude Era and in the modern era, Matt and Jeff literally took tag team wrestling to a whole nother level with ladders. The Dudley Boys took tables to a whole nother level with tables. And people, I mean, if we just look at it, it's like, wow, this is crazy how things really are. But in this case, last question, where is Alberto Del Rio? He's my favorite. Alberto Del Rio is in AAA, which is in Mexico. Alberto Del Rio will be facing, this is pretty cool. If you guys don't remember this, Alberto Del Rio will be facing Nick Nemeth, aka Dolph Ziggler, in Mexico in AAA for a championship, by the way. Since you brought up Alberto Del Rio and Dolph Ziggler will be fighting in Mexico. Dolph Ziggler and Alberto Del Rio are no strangers to each other. Just to answer your question. Remember, Dolph Ziggler also cashed in. I tried to get Hulk Hogan's autograph in Sacramento when he was on the side of the road and he was rude. LOL. Wow. You know, I hear so much about Hulk Hogan. They said he's a nice guy in real life, and did you really did he come at you a certain way? Like, I mean, what happened? Like, I know you said you saw him on the road. Was it like when he was on the side of the road and he was? What year was this, by the way? If you don't mind me asking. Red Rum, what year was this? I would love to hear what year this was. I mean, that's pretty cool. I was a huge Hulk Hogan fan back in the day too. I'm not gonna lie. In the early 2000s, when Hulk Hogan was in the WWE and he was on SmackDown, and he was always feuding with either Vince McMahon, Undertaker. Does anybody remember when Undertaker actually literally tied up Hulk Hogan and drug him with his motorcycle? You guys remember that? That was a pretty wild time too as well. But yeah, I was a huge fan of Hulk Hogan back in the day. I really was, but it kind of grew out. It really did. It really did. But that could have been cool if you actually would have got Hulk Hogan's autograph. I heard a lot of people say he's cool, he's okay from time to time, but you have to just catch him on certain times. I know he's got like a whole beach store in Florida, in Clearwater, Florida. He does. So it's crazy that is. But you can also check that out too as well. I have not checked that out yet. Me and Shan have not checked that out at all. But in this case, you know, when you kind of look at how things is now, like I said, and you're welcome, by the way, Ren, you're welcome. But in this case, it's like, yeah, how the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys, they just redefined everything. They took this thing, damn, like 15 years ago, he was talking to someone in another limo, and I approached him respectfully. He told me to get lost. Was he just kind of being in character, or was he kind of being for real? Because, I mean, 15 years ago. What is like 15 years ago? Like, we can just go all the way back. Was he kind of like what, in kind of in character, or was he kind of like being like for real? Red Rum. Like, if he was being for real, that's kind of jacked up, because that kind of shows what kind of a person he really is in real life. Was he like in character, like, oh, it was real. Oh. Oh, that's jacked up. Man, dude, I am so sorry that you had to go through that. Man, that's messed up. I'm not gonna lie. After the show, yeah, that's messed up, man. That's not cool. That is really not cool. The fact that Hulk Hogan actually told you to get lost, and this is actually after the show. There's no cameras, there's nobody filming you or nothing like that. You just wanted an autograph, and he just told you to get lost. I stopped watching after that. Well, you know what? You have every right to do that. You do. Sadly, that is the kind of most saddest thing from time to time. Red Rum, I'm gonna be honest with you. You have some wrestlers that are cool as hell in real life, and then you have some that are not cool at all. You have some that will tell you like, no, I'm not signing anything. I will not sign anything for you. You do. But man, I cannot believe you had an interaction with Hulk Hogan, but that's not the interaction you were hoping for, and that's crazy, man. Man, what show was this? What was this? Was this Monday Night Raw? What, SmackDown? What show was this? Like what, pay-per-view? Like what Pacific show was this? Where this was? Like, was it a pay-per-view? This was a live taping. You know what? Monday Night Raw, SmackDown. Like what show was it, Red Rum? Like, for real. Because man, that's wild. After what you just told me, really wild. Man. But yeah, hey, you're gonna have some wrestlers that are really cool that you can probably interact and talk to or whatever. You're gonna have some that are kind of complete assholes. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sadly, I have not ran into none of that at all. But I think the day that I probably might run into that, it probably may hit reality and kind of be like, yeah, these folks don't want to be bothered. But yeah, I kind of get what you come from on that one, man. That's, like I said, that kind of sucks. Soccer, football. I'm a football fan. Soccer or football? Football. I love football. I'm an Auburn fan up here in Auburn, Alabama, or college football in this case, put like that. College football. A huge Auburn fan. Grew up Auburn fan. I'm not an Alabama fan. No offense to anybody on here that probably may be watching this, that probably may be an Alabama fan. No offense. I don't like Alabama. Even though I live in Alabama, I don't like Alabama. So, War Eagle all day, every day. So, yeah, to answer your question, football. Got to go with football. Let me see here. What is everybody's favorite professional sport, like professional team? Who do you have in the NFL? Is anybody an NFL fan, by the way? Just throwing that out there. If you are an NFL fan, comment down below, hey, tell me, are you an NFL fan? Hey, what team do you like? And I can probably hit you, hey, maybe, probably talk to you about it, and hey, probably give you feedback. The Chiefs. Of course you're a Chiefs fan. Were you happy when you guys beat the 49ers? A lot of them 49ers fans literally still are not happy to this day that you guys beat them. I'm just saying. Patrick Mahomes, two-time Super Bowl champion right now. I see that they're trying to actually turn Patrick Mahomes into another Tom Brady. It's going to take a while, but I see NFL is kind of, they're kind of, that's what they're trying to make. That's what they're trying to make Patrick Mahomes be. They're trying to make him be the next Tom Brady. Who's next? Yes, but I hate Taylor Swift. That's a swerve. Wow. You don't like Tay Tay? I was like, eh. Hey, you got some folks that don't like Taylor Swift. You know, you don't. Which is kind of weird that she actually talks to the dude that actually plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's like, yeah, that's crazy. But yeah. But in this case, yeah. Who's next? Favorite NFL team? Who do you got? I want to hear from everybody. Would love to hear from everybody. 5%. I like 5%. Yeah. 5% of people like her. Some people they don't like her. I'll probably say greatest NFL quarterback of all time. I'm gonna go with my boy Tom Brady. I'm not talking about transferring or traded Tom Brady. I'm talking about New England Patriots Tom Brady that been there for the longest, and then he ended up trading that Tom Brady. Gotta go. That's hard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Greatest NFL quarterback of all time. I mean, who do you have? I mean, who can you name? I mean, there's so many great NFL quarterbacks out there. I mean, Drew Brees, Tom Brady. You know, people are already saying that Patrick Mahomes may be the next Tom Brady and all that. For you got so many people out here saying so much stuff for real. Peyton Manning. You know, can't forget about the great Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, who played for the Indianapolis Colts in the NFL. Denver Broncos as that too as well. Would have loved to kind of seen Cam Newton do a little bit more in the NFL, but he kind of went away at the moment. Kind of went away. But yeah. Yeah, I know it's hard. You gotta roll with it, man. You do. You gotta roll with it. You gotta see who's the greatest of all time. I mean, it's like saying if I told you who's the greatest wrestler of all time, who would you tell me right now at the moment? Like if you could name one wrestler off the top of your head, you tell me who's probably the greatest wrestler of all time. In your opinion. Like, who is it? Just like that. I mean, and you really kind of you probably couldn't really tell because it's like, okay, greatest wrestler of all time, you would have to have a list. You have to have something or whatever. But as you can see, that's basically how it goes. You got the greatest NFL football players of all time. You got the greatest WWE wrestlers of all time. And in this case, who's the greatest WWE wrestler of all time? Who's the GOAT of the WWE? In y'all opinion, who's the greatest wrestler of all time? And I mean, it can be anybody. You can literally comment a wrestler, one wrestler, two, three. It don't really matter. You can comment a wrestler down below, and I'll probably give you feedback and tell you maybe, maybe not. But who is the greatest wrestler of all time? In your opinion, not in my opinion, but in your opinion, in your world, who is the greatest wrestler of all time? Would love to hear that. Like, who is everybody's greatest wrestler of all time? Trio, the Shield. Oh, the Shield. The Shield, definitely one of the greatest factions of all time. And I'm going to tell you why they're probably one of the greatest factions. The Shield was different. It consists of Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and as we know now, Roman Reigns. The Shield, I'll give you that one. The Shield was probably one of the greatest factions of all time. For its trio, that was a good faction. So I'll give you that one. I will. You know, Roman Reigns would kind of become being this quiet guy to a powerhouse to a big name. Seth Rollins, the architect. Dean Ambrose, the lunatic. So yeah, I'll kind of give you that. That trio of the Shield, everybody knew when you heard the Shield music, you need to run. They beat up everybody. They beat up everybody's favorite wrestler. Since you did that, I'm gonna put it like this: the worst group ever to exist. And I don't know why in the world it happened, but you remember in 2020, Retribution, with Mustafa Ali and everybody else part of Retribution, one of the worst things to ever happen in the WWE. We should have never even created anything like this. Retribution was horrible in 2020. Even though we were going through a whole pandemic, it was the fact that we actually had to go through and watch this crap that's called Retribution. Not good at all. Just saying. Worst WWE group ever, Retribution, Nexus was horrible. The only person that actually stood out was Wade Barrett, Daniel Bryant, and a couple other folks. Just saying. Ryback would end up getting released after that. Nexus were horrible. Retribution was terrible. New Nexus, when CM Punk came into the picture, wasn't good. The best wrestler is the Viper, Randy Orton. Randy Orton, by far, is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Yes, he is. Randy Orton has come a long way. He has. And the difference, I say how Randy Orton has came a long way because Randy Orton has really kind of cemented his legacy as probably one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Yes, he has. A lot of people said they're looking for Randy Orton to probably hit a 15-time, probably 15 or 16, have him break the record. Because Randy Orton kind of said he wants to keep wrestling until he's 50. John Cena literally said that once he turns 50, he's not wrestling anymore. So that means everybody's dream of John Cena breaking that record, breaking Ric Flair's record, it may not happen. But John Cena said never say never about winning another world title. I mean, do I see John Cena probably win another world title before he gets ready to retire? Maybe so. But Hollywood has John Cena by a thread. They do. They want John. They want to keep John in Hollywood. But Randy Orton, I will give you that. Randy Orton is probably by far one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. RKO with DDP. Yes, DDP. What he used to do as the diamond cutter, Randy Orton has took it to a whole nother level. Literally. You would have thought just by doing a diamond cutter. Okay, boom. Yeah, diamond cutter. DDP. Randy Orton has took the finishing move of a diamond cutter into an RKO and has made it into a non-stop thing. Where he can just RKO you out of nowhere. And everybody just laughs and be like, oh my God. So yeah, it's so cool. So yeah, I give you that one. Randy Orton is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He is. This present Randy Orton, Randy's kind of got to get back in the groove. I think Randy Orton may end up, I'll even tell you, I think Randy Orton probably may even end up winning the United States Championship, beating Logan Paul at WrestleMania 40. I'll even throw that at you too as well. I'll even give you that. Randy Orton, United States champion. And it won't be the first time him being United States champion. He had won the United States championship because he beat Bobby Roode for the United States championship. I'll even give you that. So boom, yeah, I'll give you that one. Randy Orton is probably one. But did he steal Kevin's move? Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens uses a stunner and powerbombs you. Randy Orton, on the other hand, Randy Orton basically took DDP's old move, the diamond cutter, and turned it into one of the most greatest things of all time. You would have literally thought what DDP does, you would have never thought what Randy Orton does in a more crazier way. But Kevin Owens, no, Randy never stole Kevin Owens' finishing move at all. Kevin Owens actually decided to do a stunner because he thought that he was a modern-day Stone Cold Steve Austin in our day and age. That's basically what he thought. Just saying. I love Kevin Owens all day, every day. Before he was Kevin Owens, he was Kevin Steen on the independent circuit, and I loved him ever since. Kevin Steen, Kevin was going to use the room. Was going to use the room. The RKO. Kevin was going to use the RKO. I can't see it. I really can't see Kevin Owens doing an RKO. I really don't. I didn't mean to put. Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, you good, man. I don't really see kind of Kevin Owens doing an RKO. It would be impossible to do that. Matt Riddle did it when he teamed up with Randy Orton, and Matt Riddle jumped up too high when he was doing the RKO. So when Matt Riddle used to do it, Matt Riddle used to jump up a little too high to do it. When you see Randy Orton do it, Randy Orton even has to jump up that high. He really doesn't. He can literally just kind of reverse it and turn it back around. But Randy Orton doesn't have to jump that high to RKO you. When Matt Riddle was doing it, Matt Riddle was kind of overdoing it because he jumped up way too high to do it. But yeah, I'll give you. But yeah, Randy Orton, I would probably say this. I think Randy Orton will probably win the United States Championship again at WrestleMania 40, because he beat Bobby Roode for the United States Championship a long time ago. So wouldn't be no stranger to that. Logan Paul, I really just don't want Logan Paul to have the United States Championship no more. I really don't. It's just kind of became boring for real. It really has. Um, what else you got? Let's see here. What else you got? But in this case, back to what I was saying, probably one of the most greatest wrestlers of all time. In back in the era of when wrestling was real and not scripted, not fake or whatever. A lot of people said Bret Hart. A lot of people said Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Ultimate Warrior, Owen Hart. Everybody had a Pacific wrestler that they loved back in the day, in real wrestling form. Now in this day and age form, like in the modern era, no. A lot of people kind of say that Roman Reigns just kind of took over that picture as probably one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. And I'm gonna ask you guys this: do you think Roman Reigns has really cemented his legacy as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time? I mean, like, real shit. Like, did Roman Reigns really kind of submit his legacy as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time? And if he did, comment down below. Tell him, tell me, what do you really think about Roman Reigns in the title reign? I mean, probably saying that he's probably one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I mean, if he is, tell me about it. What you got? In this case, like I said, with Roman Reigns has really kind of showed people, just because you don't really see me at work doesn't mean I'm not doing anything. Roman Reigns is kind of in between right here. And did you guys even know on April 1st, on Monday Night Raw, The Rock and Roman will be in the same building to literally have one more showdown right before WrestleMania 40. So April 1st, you get The Rock and Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw. How crazy is that going to be? And then Cody Rhodes who's also on Monday Night Raw, is also going to be in that too as well. I mean, look how crazy that is. Play Roman's theme in 2015. Roman's theme in 2015. You know what? I actually will probably play that for you. Roman Reigns' theme in 2015 was very, well, hell, we already know basically how Roman Reigns' theme song went. I mean, hell, it was basically the Shield theme song in this case. It was basically Shield theme song. I mean, hell, that's basically it. Basically like this. Even that Roman Reigns, even that Roman Reigns got booed. I'm just saying. Even that Roman Reigns, even when Roman Reigns' music even came on in 2015, even when he still had the Shield theme song a little bit for real, people still booed him. They really did. 2015 Roman Reigns, I'm a kind of give it like probably a pass, because this Roman Reigns right here that we're seeing on TV, everybody loves this Roman Reigns. They do. Bulletproof Roman Reigns, no, man. It wasn't going to happen. It was not going to happen. A lot of people weren't feeling it. And a lot of people really kind of wish that he would probably turn heel. Well, guess what? We all got our wish. He's a heel. He's not a baby face no more. And he's not wearing a vest anymore. And he's actually putting people in seats that make you want to actually come to a show. So yeah, this Roman Reigns, yeah, we gotta enjoy this Roman Reigns while it lasts, because we know we do not want to see him back in a bulletproof vest. If you do, then that's cool. No jocking you. But everybody else, no, we do not want to see him in a vest no more. We don't. I don't even want. I hate to say it. I'll be under. I don't even want to see Seth Rollins in the clothes that he wear right now. The clothes that Seth Rollins wear, I don't even want to see him now. I want Seth Rollins to literally wear what he wore back in 2016, 2017, around that time, when he was probably still rocking other different stuff. Seth Rollins' clothes, I don't want to see him wear no more of that no more. Please don't. But yeah, you got that. I played Roman Reigns' theme song. The idea. Crazy part about it, I actually saw Roman Reigns since you brought that up too as well. I saw this version of Roman Reigns in my backyard in Montgomery, Alabama at a WWE Live event. I did. He was that man. He was very different. What you kind of see now is kind of what you did not see in 2015. I saw him for the very first time in real life in Montgomery at a whole WWE Live event. He's a very tall dude. He was a very kind of built up dude. Not as built as he is now, but Roman Reigns in 2015, when I saw him for the very first time in real life, after not seeing him on TV anymore, seeing him in real life, he was very interesting. He still is now. But this Roman Reigns, yeah, we've seen this version of Roman Reigns too as well, and he's way more different than what he was before. I'm just saying. Yep, just saying. But in this case, you know, when I was just talking about with the ladder match with WWE Rivals, make sure you guys tune in on Sunday between I think it's 7 or 8 o'clock on A&E or what on there Sunday on March 24th on A&E. Make sure you guys tune in on that. That's going to give you an inside look of what it was like for the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, and Edge and Christian, and their rivalry in the TLC and how it built up into so much. Because there are so many memories behind all those men. With Edge spearing Jeff Hardy off the ladder at WrestleMania, to Jeff Hardy doing a whole swanton bomb off a 20-foot ladder on to Bubba Ray Dudley at WrestleMania too as well. That's 2 days after my birthday. Oh, well, that's what's up, man. Hey, look, happy early birthday to you, man. Happy early birthday to you. Yeah. That is, yeah, it comes on March 24th, but also for you, happy early birthday. How old will you be turning? You know, how old will you be? Would love to know that. Like I said, yeah, you're welcome, man. How old are you going to be on your birthday? 9? You're going to be 9? Well, happy 9th birthday. You know what? I'm not even going to say anything. Happy 9th birthday to you, buddy. That's it. Happy early 9th birthday to you. Like I said, I hope you spend it and have fun and everything. Have fun. Have the best of fun on your birthday. This is your 9th birthday. You got plenty more living to do. So have fun. What are you going to do on your birthday, by the way? Since you are going to be 9. I would love to know from your standpoint, what are you going to do for your birthday? You're going to go out to eat? You're going to go to the arcade? You're going to, like, what you going to do? But yeah, happy early 9th birthday, man. Like I said, that's really great. You got a chance to see another birthday. God blessed you to see another birthday, and that is good. So always good to kind of see the future. The future always growing all the time. So happy early 9th birthday to you, buddy. Happy early 9th birthday. Globetrotters game courtside. Oh, cool. Yeah, the Globetrotters, man. The Globetrotters always kind of come up here too as well. I don't really never catch them all the time or whatever. But I do hear that the Globetrotters game courtside is fun. It's really fun. It's a very exciting experience. And those guys actually do a lot of cool stuff. With the basketball, they be dribbling and then they be dunking and everything, whatever. They do tricks and they bounce the ball. I mean, they do a whole bunch of stuff. So you're in luck. I'm not going to lie to you. The Globetrotters, they do really cool stuff at basketball games. So you're going to love it. Now, if you were up here in my hometown, I probably would have took you to a monster truck rally because monster trucks are in Montgomery this week. So if this was your for your 9th birthday, I probably would have took you to the monster truck rally up here in Montgomery. If you like monster trucks, if you like big old trucks crunked up or whatever, I probably would have took you that for your 9th birthday. I'm just saying. Yeah. Like I said, if you're a huge fan of monster trucks and other stuff, then I've been to one. Are you been to one? That's cool. Like I said, yeah, like I said, if you were up here for your 9th birthday, I probably would have took you to the monster truck rally up here in Montgomery. I think you in your hometown. Where are you from? I would love to know where you're from. Like I said, are you from like I said, like where are you from in the United States? Like in the country? Like where are you from? Would love to know. But yeah, like I said, for your 9th birthday, yeah, you're gonna have fun. You really are. Oh, you're from Oklahoma. Okay. OKC. That's what's up. That's what's up. OKC. Oh yeah. What part are you're from? There's Stillwater. There's Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and there's a couple other places too as well. What part of Oklahoma are you from? And if you are, and like I said, since you are from Oklahoma, have you been to any of the OKC basketball games? Clinton, Oklahoma. Clinton, Oklahoma. Okay. All right. Clinton, Oklahoma. Okay, cool. Have you been to any of the well, I have actually this. Have you been to Oklahoma football, Oklahoma Sooners football game, and have you been to a OKC basketball game? Because I mean, hey, you're in the backyard of Oklahoma, so you had to go into something. But yeah, you're Sooners fan. Yeah, OKC. Oh, that's cool, man. By the way, Jim Ross. If you probably don't know him, this probably maybe way before your time, but if you knew this, Jim Ross, former WWE announcer and WWE Hall of Famer, and Oklahoma State. Okay, cool. Oklahoma State and Oklahoma are big rivals down there. I can tell. Like I said, as I can kind of see, since you are being from Oklahoma too as well. Since you're from Oklahoma, and I know the Oklahoma and Texas rivalry is really big in your family. Red River rivalry. I love watching that. Just letting you know that. I love watching Oklahoma versus Texas all the time. It'd be probably one of the funnest games. So like I said, man, happy early 9th birthday, man. I really hope you have the best of fun this week. Like I said, have fun. Eat all the cake that you want to. Eat all the food you want to, man. Just have an awesome birthday. Yeah, buddy. You have an awesome birthday. Let me see. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns face off this Friday night on SmackDown. Yo, what's up? What's up, Nicholas? What's going on? What's going on, Nicholas? What's been up? How you been doing, man? What's going on? Talk to me. What's been going on, Nicholas? Cool. That's what's up. That's what's up, Nicholas. You got anything to share for us, DUDLEY BOYZ, or anything else like that? You doing anything this week fun? Like I said, yes, sir. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You got doing anything fun this week or whatever? What you got planned this week, Nicholas? What you got? Yeah. Just like LA Night. Yeah. But yeah, Nicholas, what do you have to say? Like I said, Nicholas, I'm gonna throw this out here to you. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes face off this upcoming Friday night on SmackDown. What you think about? I'm trying to be a good YouTuber. Trying to be a good YouTuber. I'm gonna be honest with you, Nicholas. If they tell you I hit the giddy, I hit the giddy. That's what's up, man. I'm trying to be a good YouTuber. Nicholas, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Being a good YouTuber is basically kind of being loyal. It's kind of being loyal to your fans and also posting content. Some stuff that people are going to like, some people's stuff or people are not going to like. To give you some advice as a YouTuber, me and my girlfriend, we have been doing this for going on about a year, going on for about a year now at the moment. We have had some rough spots with CTG TV 97 wrestling channel. Before it was even a wrestling channel, we used to post crazy videos all the time, and before we end up realizing that people actually liked wrestling. Um, know your craft and know what people probably want to see on your channel. That's the thing. If whatever passion that you have and that you want to post, uh, is it like WWE? Is it like WWE? Do you post WWE stuff? I mean, like if you post wrestling content, you will get there. You will. Wrestling content is becoming a huge thing right now. A lot of people posting wrestling content, Nicholas. Um, it's like no, oh, it's not. Oh, it's not. Okay, I don't. Okay, you don't. What do you post as a YouTuber, Nicholas? If you like I said, I would love to know what your content is. I like doing games more. You like doing games more, okay? So you like basically doing like playing, having doing video game videos, whatever, like Call of Duty, basketball, like NBA, racing, Need for Speed, and all that for real. Um, I would probably say if that's what you really love to post, I would say know know the type of stuff that you post. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a lot of people just like you. They post the same stuff like horror games too. Horror games too. There are some people out here that's just like you, Nicholas. They post the same thing too as well. They do. And a lot of people out here really want a lot of different content to be posted. A lot of people really kind of play WWE and also and what he said too as well. Um try kind of pushing the envelope a little bit, Nicholas. You know, if you like doing horror games, you love doing video other like sports games and other stuff like that. Play WWE video games. And it doesn't matter what year they are. They can be a brand new WWE video game, WWE 2K24, 23, or if you want to go back old school, whatever, like a old school WWE video game, you can do that. Many of people do different things on their YouTube. They have. Sometimes people kind of get sick and tired of watching the same old stuff, or they're just posting this and that or whatever, and it kind of gets bored and kind of gets old. And but what you can do, post what you really kind of want to post that you feel like people are gonna watch. That's the thing. Like really kind of post what you really want to post. Like if you think that this may be able something people may want to watch or something like that, post it. You know, give it a try. It doesn't hurt for people to look at your stuff. I want to get into Oculus Quest 3, then I can play VR games. Well, you know what? VR games are a very popular thing too as well, Nicholas. You can also probably do stuff like that too as well. A lot of people really do kind of push the envelope and do a lot of different stuff. VRs, you know, VR headset is a huge thing in this day and era. Um, Hell, no offense, I had a whole VR headset when I was a little kid, and I really thought that okay, maybe this may be the future, or whatever. Now as I kind of see it now, back then as a little kid, it probably wasn't. Play Gorilla Tag, and oh yeah, Gorilla Tag's good too as well. Um, but you know, like I said, don't be afraid to post your content, Nicholas. That's the thing. Don't ever be afraid to post your content because the more content that you post, the more people are going to tune in and watch it more. That's the thing. So always don't never be afraid. Take a risk and always give it a try, Nicholas. That's the thing. Always give it a try. Don't be afraid to take a risk. We all have to take risk in life. And especially if you're going to do this, you're going to be a YouTuber or anything else like that. You want to make money. You want to do this and that. Don't be afraid to take a risk with your YouTube. Try to see what people like on your page. See what people don't like on your page. Don't be afraid to take a risk. And if it's something that doesn't, if it doesn't kind of go right or whatever, then you know, hey, look, take that off, start back over, post something else. But don't be afraid to take a risk, Nicholas. Don't be afraid. Do not. I sometimes get bullied. Bullying is not cool either too, Nicholas. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody likes a bully. They don't. Bullying is a very important thing in the U.S. that is very hard to kind of shake. Um, I actually pray for these kids every day because, like I said, um, I may sound old when I say this or whatever, but you know I'm 27. I finished school. I got out of school, basically at high school, about like 2016 or whatever. In 2016, yeah, I was out of school, whatever. But in early 2000s, bullying was not as big as it was now. Bullying has gotten way more worse than now in the early 2000s, and it's sad, but people really think that by bullying somebody, it actually means you're doing something. If you get bullied, do not let anybody bully you, Nicholas. Do not. I will really say this to you: stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Always be strong. Do not let anybody bully you. Remember, you are a very strong human being, and always remember that. We are all human beings. We all have feelings too as well. I don't understand why people basically have to go on here and actually have to bully somebody for real. You don't need to bully anybody to do anything else like that. We're all human beings. We're all different. We all do different things. Today I was in live. Then this kid came in live, and then he started saying to me, "You're a girl," and you're started saying to me, "You were a girl and a baby." That's nonsense. No offense in this case. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to the naysayers. You listen to you. Always you. You always stand up for yourself, and you always have heart. Don't let nobody walk over you, Nicholas. That's the thing. Don't ever let nobody walk over you. Don't let nobody take advantage of you. And especially this stuff right here, this is nonsense. People normally just say things on YouTube or just try to get a rouse out of you. Stand up for yourself. Always be the bigger person. That's nonsense. No offense. But like I said, don't ever let nobody bully you at all. You are a very strong human being. I don't know you personally, but just talking to you right now and me giving you some advice, I really hope that this is helping, because the next time something like this happens, always remember you can always be the bigger person. And if it ever comes down to the point where you have to defend yourself and fight, then do not hesitate one bit to defend yourself. Remember, we got to protect ourselves too from anything and at any cost. So always remember, yeah, bullying is never cool. Nobody likes a bully or nothing like that. And always, and if somebody sees you getting bullied, have them speak up, like literally. Please do. But I really hope some of that actually kind of helped you, Nicholas. I really did. I really am kind of sorry hearing that you were bullied or whatever. And like I said, nobody likes a bully at all. They don't. But like I said, I really hope some of this knowledge kind of helped you, with your bullying. I really hope everything's okay. But yeah, don't ever let nobody bully you, man. Don't ever let nobody do that to you. And in this case, guys, it is 11:54 in good old Montgomery, Alabama. I do have to get up off of here. I have a meeting in the morning at my job. I wish I could stay on here a little bit longer, but I do have a meeting at my job tomorrow morning, and I have to get back up and get ready to go to the office. But all of you guys have a good rest of the night. Hopefully I will be back. I'll be back on here tomorrow night as well. Also, Shan too as well be back on here tomorrow night, and we will be discussing some more stuff too as well. Be live tomorrow. Yes, I will. I will be live tomorrow night. So you guys can we can talk more. I mentioned tomorrow. Yeah. I will be live tomorrow night too as well. Probably as soon as I get off work. I will go live probably more like 9:30. Yeah, about like 9:30ish. I will go live to talk to you guys again. And like I said, everybody have a good night. Happy early ninth birthday to you as well, man. Like I said, I'll talk to you more tomorrow. And Nicholas, hope you have a good night too as well, man. Like I said, always be the bigger person, always stay strong, and don't never let nobody ever talk you down or do anything bad. How do you know Gorilla Tag? Oh, they're talking about you. But you guys have a good night. Like I said, I figured to get a log off here tonight. We'll talk more tomorrow. Everybody have a safe night. Everybody be safe. And like I said, everybody, everybody just stay safe in the world and everything be cool. Yeah, cool. But you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.